Hi, I'm Jennifer Thomas and I'm here with Emma Switch. This is a surprise, very unexpected interview that we were able to do, and I'm very excited to be here. And this interview is sponsored by the maleversusfemale.org forum. And yeah, we have beautiful Emma Switch here, so thank you for coming to see me the very last minute. Actually, it's not you coming to see me, it's me coming to see her. So you have this beautiful hotel room. We're here with wrestling mats, and you're just ready to kick some butt, aren't you? Here in Las Vegas.
Thanks a lot for coming.
Yeah.
It's really a pleasure to meet you at last.
I know, right? I've known a lot about you since you've joined Session Girls, and I'm just curious as far as like what brought you into the industry of mixed wrestling, and what do you think about it?
First I was like dominatrix, like for like 7 years before I started wrestling.
Okay.
And people just seemed to ask me a lot to wrestle them. I didn't know why, because I didn't advertise it or anything, but I was always kind of muscular, so that's why I asked. And then I started training Jiu-Jitsu, and yeah, actually I think it's a healthier scene than the BDSM scene.
Yes?
Yes, the people are more relaxed and normal, and it's always just playtime.
Right.
I like that.
That's how I see it too.
Yeah.
Playtime. Having fun.
Yeah.
So what have you been doing the longest? More the dominatrix or the wrestling?
The dominatrix, although like since like let's say the last 7 years, like I did more wrestling than BDSM. But yeah, I started like 16 years ago with SM.
So do you do both now, or do you kind of
No, because it's not legal in America.
Really?
In Las Vegas maybe, but not in Chicago. Yeah, so I mean, like I can do some bondage or like some ball busting or something simple and physical.
Right.
But I'm not going to do in the real SM scene with all the
Right.
theatrical attributes.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, I've never made I've tried to be a dominatrix, it didn't work out too well.
No?
I just don't have that personality. I'm gonna like laugh at myself if I try to.
But you can be whoever you are. No?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
you
true.
don't
I can make myself be that character, but it's just hard for me. I enjoy just kind of putting men in submission holds more. I don't know why. But so how long have you been in the wrestling part
I
of
think
it?
like 9 years or something.
9 years?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's been a while.
Yeah, 9 years that I started traveling. Like I was offering in 2 years before that, I think. So yeah, let's say 10 years.
So you're in amazing shape. Do you do competitions too, or have you done
No.
them?
I did some Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu competitions, but it's a long time ago. I hope to do it back when I can train 6 days a week again in a Jiu-Jitsu club. But no. I don't do like physical bodybuilding shows. No, I think it's not healthy to do.
Yeah, well, you look like you could go on stage right now.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's great. So how many sessions do you say do you pretty much dominate the men? Have you had a losing situation?
I had some losing situations, but not too many. Like many over the years, maybe 3 or something.
Yeah, I can't imagine you losing
No.
often.
Like when I started out, some people, and like then there's like this big bodybuilder, which is also a great wrestler, which had some winning games. I also split it in like other days, but yeah, and then like some MMA people, but like usually I win. Yeah.
Now, there's this guy that always asks this question. He goes, Jennifer, please ask it in all my interviews. And basically he wants to know, would you date someone that you could beat?
Yeah, rather.
Yeah?
Of course. Okay. I want to win, I want to be the biggest. Yeah, I don't want to have like this big guy.
You like it, all right. Good. And then also, do you prefer wrestling men or women? Which?
Men.
Men.
Because I also like to, I have like some kind of power.
Do you feel, yes.
With them, and I don't feel like dominating women. I don't want to, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you kind of hold back when you're wrestling a woman?
Maybe a bit. Yeah.
I know I do.
You too?
I just enjoy men so much more. Like
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to hurt them, and if I do hurt them, I feel like they kind of deserve it.
Yeah, exactly. I have like this kind of sadistic streak coming out with men, which I don't have with women. So I always try to stay polite.
Right. So you've been in here? You've been in Vegas for the last couple days, or right? And then, do you go on tours often?
Like once a month, I will do two or three cities.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. And where are you going next?
To what's the name? Denver and Kansas next month.
Okay.
Yeah, and then for August it will be Dallas and Austin and Houston.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you just recently moved to the United States.
Yeah.
Just a couple months ago.
Yeah.
And how do you feel?
It's nice to be touring again.
Uh-huh.
But I live in this little town near Chicago and I have no driving license, so it's a bit hard
To get around.
to feel free and get around.
Mhm.
But I'm also like with my husband and I'm very happy to be reunited after 2 years of
that's
marriage and not
great.
meeting. So
Well, congratulations.
Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. So do you go to the city to see your clients or do they come to you?
Well, if I do sessions in the area, I do it in Naperville.
Mm-hmm.
And then I go on hotel. Like I don't have the facilities at the moment to do sessions at home, but I hope in 6 months I will do that.
Okay, so you can offer in-call.
Yeah, and I can have a nice studio to film, which will be
Mhm.
really nice. That you, set with the light.
Now, do you have your own production too?
Yeah, I do, but like I used to have when I was living in Belgium, a very good camera guy and good lights and a good place to film. And now, when I moved to Romania, that was not really the case. And when I tour, it's also like not really the case. You don't know what the light situation will be, and
Right.
so I hope in 6 months it will look more professional again.
Yes. Well, I have no doubt you'll be able to do that. You seem to know what you're doing, so it's just all about timing and putting it all together.
Yeah.
So is there anything about the wrestling industry or the mixed wrestling industry that needs improvement? Like if you could change something about it for the better, what would it be?
Yeah, you don't really have it under control, but like the amount of people that mail you for nothing, it's very tiresome.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Because you probably do get a lot of emails, and you really want to just deal with the serious
Yeah,
ones.
and like getting 40 mails and then they don't come, and like 10% of the people that actually write are coming, and it's very tiresome.
So how do you think we can solve that problem?
Good question. Do you have any idea?
I think I have the answer, but I'll wait till the interview's over.
Okay.
Because the guys might not like it. So do you have any advice for any of the girls that are now first coming into the scene?
Ask deposit, without any doubt, like nobody without deposit, like nobody.
Right.
Yes, because like it's safer that way. They will just not ask and understand that they have to if they want a session, and they will be more inclined to show up. Because like even people that say like, oh, I have references, this and that, they still don't show. Like nobody that said like, let me come without deposit showed, like
Right.
not even 5%.
Yeah, you're right. Deposits are important because they do show that you're serious.
It's also important to trust from both sides.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you give them a certain amount of time before the session to cancel? Or do you hold them to it? Like meaning like if a guy goes, I'm sorry, I can't make it, and it's like a week before the session.
Yeah.
Do you refund their deposit if it's a week before the session?
No, usually I don't refund. I mean, now with the COVID, maybe I would be inclined to refund them because things can happen and you can get ill, but in normal situations, like no.
Right, because I had a couple like where they did say that they were exposed to COVID or they didn't want to take the chance, and so I did end up refunding the deposit because of that.
Yeah.
But
exactly, like if they can really show that something happened, I would do it. But, or I would say like, okay, you can use the money for a future session.
postpone it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, how much do you enjoy? Like, is it something like, how long do you see yourself doing this for?
As long as possible.
Yeah,
I really enjoy it.
That's how I feel too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, there are not much things that I enjoy more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really love it.
Right.
Yeah.
Me too. It's always great to make a living off of doing something that you love to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. So, do you get a lot of muscle requests as well?
Yeah, it's like 50-50, really.
Yeah, for like muscle posing and stuff?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You too?
Yeah, but I don't feel like I have much muscle these days. I've been...
You do, like your shoulders are
Thank you. I feel very out of shape right now, but that's just because I've been wrestling almost too long, and my body is starting to feel the effects from it.
Okay.
And I'm not saying more like session wrestling, it's more the pro wrestling and getting slammed and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I kind of have to push back that. And
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah,
It's
because
very hard.
it's hard on the body.
Yeah.
So as far as like, what are your favorite type of sessions?
I like competitive a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, actually maybe that's what I enjoy the most because I also can practice some things, like, but it all depends of the energy with the person, sometimes like a fantasy or a domination can also be really a lot of fun,
Right.
Yeah.
So competitive, see, yeah, that's good. And how many years have you done Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for?
I think in total 8 years or something.
8 years.
But I have had several real bad injuries, so and then with the COVID, so the last years have been kind of poor. I had 2 operations on my arm and this one out of the socket, and then the recovery of those, so that took a year or something or more to heal. And
yeah, that must be frustrating
very.
When you're going through that healing process and you can't put out 100%.
Yeah, exactly. I still went to the class to just see the techniques and things, but real training myself, I couldn't.
Yeah, it's very difficult for me to watch something without doing it.
Yes.
It's just I want to be in there.
Yeah.
So I understand that frustration. So as far as you being here in the United States now, do you think you're going to be traveling overseas still? Are you going to go overseas?
Yeah, of course. My family lives in Europe, so I will go there 2 or 3 years, 3 times a year. That's a plan.
Yeah. Do you ever have a traveling buddy to go with? Do you ever do sessions?
I never did.
Never?
No. No, because I like to be in the evening in my own space and time. It seems nice to have somebody to hang out with, but I also need my privacy and my alone time too.
Yeah. I can relate to that.
Yeah? You never
I can handle people in doses.
Yes.
I've just realized that I hear other stories about other women traveling with other women, and there seems to be drama. Something happens and you hear stories and you're like, oh, I don't want to get involved in that meeting. So sometimes I just feel it's safer for me to be on my own.
Yeah.
Plus it's difficult because if you have to share the room with
somebody.
somebody.
Exactly. Then you have to say oh, I need a mat at that hour.
Yeah, right.
So in the end, it's a disadvantage.
So it works for some and it doesn't work for others.
Yeah, I know for instance the Maxes, the Maxes from Europe, Cat Max and Viper Max. They always travel with 4 of them or 3 of them, and then they do all their sessions together, and they seem to have a marvelous time. But yeah, that's really nice if you're really close that you can relate to each other and you know what's going to happen. Yeah.
So I just started putting together wrestling events, and I'm calling them Women on Fire, but they're pretty much session girls.
Yeah.
How would you feel about being in an event? Would that be something? Yeah. Would you do that?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So I can add you to the list. Yes.
Yes. Thanks.
Because that's what I love. I just love showcasing female talent, especially with strong, beautiful women such as yourself. So yeah, this is great. So anyways, this has been kind of like a spontaneous interview. And is there anything that you want to add to it, to your fans and to the people out there that follow the mixed wrestling?
I just want to thank my clients
Yeah.
because they're really nice. I have feeling I have really the good ones. I always have such quality people. Yes.
That's great. I feel the same. Almost all my clients have been wonderful, and they turn out to be friends.
Yeah, exactly. I have many clients that really became friends, and we go for dinner after and things like that.
Yeah. That's great. Do you have any suggestions to the guys out there as far as maybe to the ones that you haven't met yet or that are thinking about contacting
just if you contact, don't write 1-sentence emails. It really drives me insane. It's horrendous.
Yes.
To get the whole day, 1 mail, 1 sentence, and 10 minutes later, another 1 sentence. It's
right.
Where? Who are you? Who did you meet? Do you have references? What would you like? What time would you like it? When do you like it? How long do you like it? What are your hard limits?
Right.
If you don't do that, I start with hating you. That's simple. I start with hating you. You don't want that.
That's an extra beat down, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, I can understand how that can be annoying just to have those 1-sentence emails.
Yes.
So you hear that, guys. Do not email any of us women with just 1 sentence.
Yeah.
Please be detailed on what you want, day and time, and just know what you want beforehand before you email us.
Yeah,
It's
we are not
simple.
an SMS service line.
Yes, and for the guys that do that, thank you very much because you make our jobs much easier. So thank you. And thank you for watching this interview. Now, if you want to book with Emma Switch, where is the best place? Just your email, Session
yeah,
Girl? Are
email.
you on any other websites?
I'm on Radio 270 and Session Girls.
Okay.
Yeah, and then just on Twitter.
Okay, on Twitter.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. So yeah, now you know where to book Emma Switch. I know that just looking at her, she had, and just hearing just what she told me with all her experience with BJJ, she can easily put you men in your place. So thank you for watching, and until the next one, goodbye.
Thanks. Bye.